So Amerisleep as a mattress company makes a number of different beds, but for the purposes of this video, I'm mainly going to be talking about their hybrid ones. So if you didn't know, hybrid beds basically use coils in combination with some sort of foam to create the sleeping surface that you ultimately sleep on. Hey there, I'm Wes with the Slumber Yard, and over here we talk about all things online mattresses. And like I said, in this video, we're mainly going to be talking about the Amerisleep hybrid beds. So stick around, because in this video, we're going to talk about the policies that these beds are backed by. Then I'll touch on their similarities, differences, feel, firmness, everything that you need to know about these beds. And spoiler alert, they're going to be pretty similar because they come from the exact same brand. And then at the very end, I'll have a final verdict and answer some of the questions that you still might have about these mattresses. Now, if you need any more information about any of the other beds from Amerisleep, feel free to check down below in the description, or you can always go to our website, myslumberyard.com, for so much more. But let's get into this Amerisleep hybrid review.
At the Slumber Yard, you know we work real hard to find the right bed for you and save you money on it.
Alright, so before I get into everything that you need to know about these hybrid mattresses, and there are two I'm going to cover in this video, I do want to preface this whole video and say that Amerisleep did send us these beds for free to review, test out, and tell you guys about them. But if you order either online, they'll be backed by the following policies, starting with completely free shipping. These are both bed-in-a-box mattresses that'll ship to your home in a big old box that's about 4 feet tall. All you gotta do is just drag that thing inside and start ripping off all the packaging. And you might wanna do it with a friend or a helper, just because it might be a little bit easier, and again, easier to move after it's all inflated. Now, since these beds are hybrid mattresses, you may wanna give them a couple hours to fully inflate and get to their true firmness levels. If you had something like an all foam, you might wanna give it a day or two to fully inflate, but with those coils, it'll pretty much spring right into its true shape almost immediately. But, you know, maybe give those foams some time too before you start judging the firmness and feel of the bed. But once these beds are in your possession, you get a sleep trial. It'll be a 100-night sleep trial, which is basically almost 3 or 4 months to test the bed out in the comfort of your own home with your own sheets, pillows, and so on. And if these beds aren't exactly right for you within that trial period, you can get free returns, but hopefully you do like them. And if so, they're backed by a 20-year warranty, which is basically double the industry standard that we see over here at the Slumber Yard. If you need any more information about that warranty or those sleep trials or any other policy information, check down below in the description for so much more. But let's get into construction, which is one of the main things you gotta know about these hybrid beds. So as of when I'm recording this video, there are currently 2 hybrid beds from Amerisleep. There's the AS3 mattress and the AS5. Now, they're both gonna be pretty similar in terms of construction. One's just gonna be a little bit thicker. So in terms of the AS3 mattress, this one will be a 12-inch mattress. It's got a thin layer of support foam on the bottom. Then you have pocketed coils, which act as the main support layer for the bed. Then on top of those coils, you have the company's special memory foam, which is a more responsive and breathable memory foam. And it's plant-based, and especially when comparing something like a dense viscous memory foam, this thing will pop right back into shape rather quickly. Now the whole thing is wrapped up in a cover for the bed that looks pretty cool. It's got this nice polka dot design, which some people really like. Now, if we jump over to the AS5 mattress, this bed is 14 inches and it's pretty much identical in terms of construction, but the main difference is instead it has a transition layer between those pocketed coils and that comfort foam layer, which will add that 2 inches. I should also mention that those coils are encased with a foam border, so if you feel the side of the bed, you won't feel those coils. It's more in the center, which is pretty nice, you know. I don't really like to feel the coils right on the edge of the bed, so having a foam encased border is pretty cool. Now, these constructions all add up to give both the mattresses more of a responsive memory foam feel. When compared to something like a Nectar or a Tempur-Pedic, this bed's gonna be a lot more responsive. See, those beds, when you push down, it'll be really slow to respond, and when you change sleeping positions, it'll also be pretty darn slow. But on a bed like this, it'll be a lot faster. So it'll almost spring back into shape rather quickly, and it is nice if you do like to rotate between different sleeping positions, but the bed still will have some of those memory foamy qualities and cradle your pressure points and make kind of like a nook or a little hole for you to sleep in. Maybe hole's not the best term. JD, what's a better term than hole?
That's a good question, Wes.
Cave?
Not cave. Cocoon?
Cocoon, that's better.
Maybe not
cave
that either.
again?
I don't know. Nook, you said already?
Nook.
Let's just cut.
Cut! But in general, this bed should be able to cradle you and relieve some of those pressure points with that memory foamy quality. But if you do go to change sleeping positions, it'll change with you. which is great for any combination sleepers. Now in terms of firmness, the AS3 is right around a medium on our firmness scale, meaning it should work for all sleeper types, back, stomach, side, and combination. And the AS5 mattress is gonna be a lot softer. So in the past, we noticed that the AS models were basically going in order of firmness and price, and the 5 would be the softest and most expensive, where the 1, which used to exist, it still might, I don't know, it's really hard to find, that was the most affordable but firmest. So the AS5 is gonna be around a medium soft, maybe even a true soft on our firmness scale, meaning it should work for strict side or combination sleepers, or if you just want a really soft bed. Now, if either of these firmnesses aren't exactly right for you, as of when I'm recording this video, you should also be able to pick up the AS2 model. That one is an all foam bed, but it will be the firmest bed that the brand is offering currently. So definitely check that out if you're a strict back or stomach sleeper that wants a really firm bed. Now, at this point in the video, it's time to talk about some fun factors. So if you're gonna be sharing either one of these mattresses with a partner, you wanna know some things like edge support, motion isolation, and temperature regulation. And in terms of temperature regulation, we think that both these beds should sleep temperature neutral, so they won't be heating up on you or actively cooling you down, pretty much just temperature neutral. And in terms of edge support and motion isolation has to do with how well a bed absorbs cross mattress movement. So if you have a partner that likes to get up in the middle of the night or get up early to go to work, are they gonna be waking you up when they do that? And with both of these beds, they're gonna be pretty good in this department since they do use memory foam as their main comfort layers. But, you know, since they do have pocketed coils, it's gonna be pretty darn good when compared to something like a traditional innerspring chassis, but it won't be as motion isolating as something like an all foam bed, but both of these are gonna be a-okay. We don't see you waking up your partner anytime soon. Now, edge support has to do with how sturdy the edge of the mattress is if you do like to sleep pretty close to that. And we think that both of these beds will do better than the all foam Amerisleep beds since they have those coils which will reinforce those edges better. Another X factor for both of these mattresses is that those coils have a zone support design, which means the middle third is gonna be slightly firmer just to provide a little bit more support for the mass of your body, like your trunk and hips. And it might also help keep your back in a more neutral spinal alignment as you sleep, which should help some people if they suffer from specific pain conditions. Now let's talk price, and I want to preface this whole section by saying brands like Amerisleep like to change their pricing and promotions constantly, but this is as of when I'm recording this video. You should be able to pick up an AS3 mattress for around the $2,200 mark MSRP for a queen size, but the brand is usually offering some pretty good discounts, after which you should be paying closer to the $1,500 mark. And if you do want to use any discount codes or coupon codes, they'll be linked down below in the description, and if you choose to use them, it helps us out over here at the Slumber Yard, and we really appreciate that. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you want to go the AS5 route, you're gonna be spending up, and all the pricing that I just mentioned are for the hybrid models. If you do want to go the all foam route, you can save a couple $100. Now, if you choose to go the route of the AS5 hybrid, you're gonna be paying around the $2,200 mark after discount for that queen size. But again, you're getting a bed that is more designed for strict side or combination sleepers that is gonna be a bit softer, so you're gonna have to spend up for that. And again, you can save some money if you use that discount code, but still $2,200 for that hybrid after discount. Now, if you do want to save money on either one of these mattress options, you can go the route of the all foam beds. You're going to be saving a couple $100 no matter which way you go on either of those all foams, but you know, we're talking about hybrids in this video, so you might as well know the hybrid pricing. But that is basically the short story when talking about Amerisleep and more specifically those hybrid mattresses. But what is our final verdict over here at the Slumber Yard? Well, I would check out either one of these options if you want a hybrid bed with more of a responsive memory foam feel, and you like the sound of either that medium firmness or something quite softer, and maybe you like the sound of that zone support design, or you just like Amerisleep as a brand or the look of this cool polka dot cover. But what do you guys think? Have you tried out either of these beds, or would you like to? Write us down below in those comments. We would love to hear from you. And if you need any more information about Amerisleep as a brand and the other beds that they make, check down below in the description. We've done a lot of content on this brand specifically. And you can always go to our website, myslumberyard.com, for so much more. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. That means a lot to us over here. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'm Wes, wishing you a good night's sleep.
Like and subscribe.